Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford-on-Bagley. We are in the area of Bramblewood once again today, and we're back at the Riverview Inn for the final week. Last time we furnished each room in the residential cottage area. Today we're getting into the inn area by furnishing the river room, and also down into the basement we're going to be furnishing the wine cellar and office. So let's get into game and let's make a start. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, my loves, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. Now, I've said that 2 times today. This is probably going to be the shortest and most boring episode of Let's Build the Worlds that I've ever done. Because what did I do earlier? I recorded for 2 hours plus earlier, furnishing everything. You know what we're doing today. We're going to be doing the river room and downstairs in the basement. And that took me a couple of hours just over. And I thought, lovely, let's get into the editing process of this. And there was no audio. My Windows updated yesterday, and so even though I can still hear myself through my microphone, which is how I know I'm recording, it was not picking up on OBS. So I had that full 2 hours of footage and it was wasted because I couldn't use it because I was there talking and no sound was coming out in my ears. So I'm very annoyed and I'm very apologetic to you lovelies. This is not how we usually do Let's Build the Worlds, but this is how we're going to be doing it today. Because of those reasons. There was no way I was going to be re-recording everything because I don't have the time today. I'm already recording other things at the minute and I just didn't have the time. But these are going to be our themed rooms anyway. We're going to go over this once again. So this is what we're furnishing today. This is the river room. We're kind of going on themed rooms. You remember from me saying, and you lot came up with some lovely ideas about having kind of like themed rooms of the area, which is what I wanted to do as well. We're always on the same wavelength for us lot. So this is going to be the river room. This is what we're doing today. This is very blue. I've put some wood out. We've even got a fish light, for goodness sake, and some lovely like riverbed stone this reminds me of. Same within the bathroom as well. Some lovely blue tiles on the floor and that same river stone for the walls and stuff. And then with these 2 rooms, this is going to be the woodland room. So it's going to be very kind of themed around that woodland aspect, like nature, you know. Both of these rooms have got balconies as well. So we're going to be bringing the theme out into the balcony areas too. They've both got bathrooms also. So if you want to help me out with this as well, if you can see anything going in these themed rooms that you feel would just be absolutely perfect, then feel free to let me know down below. And we're going to be doing these 2 rooms together tomorrow with a voice. Honestly, I'm still annoyed. You can probably tell I'm absolutely seething. I could have punched my monitor when I realised that I didn't record it earlier. I was like that. I need to get away from this PC for the minute. I had to get up and just get away from it for a while because I was pissed off. Anyway, we're not moaning about it anymore. This is going to be the moorland room. So this is like very kind of exposed stone on the walls. We're going to go a little bit more muted and grey toned in here. I think that's what I want to do. Same with the bathroom as well. Some natural stone on the floor. So we've kind of got like a riverside, forest area or woodland area and a moorland area as well. So it kind of fits in with the surrounding areas. And we're just going to keep it nice and classy. That's what we're going to do, darlings. A few other things as well. Last time I did forget to bring out some dog beds. So I've put a dog bed in the cottage area, what we finished off with last time. And I've also put a dog bed in the main pub area as well. Because I reckon that Maxie would be wandering around saying hello to all the patrons and stuff. He's the local celebrity, I would imagine, for this area. So I made sure to bring out some beds from that. This is the collection of stuff that I did put around earlier. We're not going into it again because I will slap a fish in that river room. I will slap that fish light. That's what I will do. But this is what we're doing in the basement as well. So this is going to be the wine cellar area down here. This is going to be a small little toilet down here as well. And an office that I've kind of made it look like they've just refurbished this, you know, so brand new kind of like wood floorings, freshly painted walls and stuff. They just needed an area other than that little like desk area that we've got over here to be able to kind of like run this business properly. I just think it made a lot of sense to have that down here. So that's what we've done. And with all of the furniture and stuff that we're using, we're going for a very IKEA vibe with the furniture down here. Like it's a brand new place. They just wanted a nice office. There you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So I kind of caught you up on everything now. We're going to start putting things around together. I'll do it as slowly as possible so we can we can make this part last. Honestly, loves. I was like that. You know that bit in Emperor's New Groove when the rain falls on him, the llama, and he's under the tree and he goes... I was like that. I was very dramatic, all right? I really was. I was so pissed off. But anyway, we're out of that now. We're out there now. We're here now, you know? So, wine cellar. This is where they make all their own nectar. I decided on doing a couple of rows of them, but I didn't want to finish off with another row of these just because I thought it would have been nice to have some barrels or something. Maybe they do some kind of like ale as well, some sour ale or something. So I thought that would work out really nicely, just to have a couple of the barrels down here as well. With the first ever bottle of wine that they ever made, this one here that's floating like a beacon, just for, you know, a little bit of like nostalgic reasonings. I put that down here. Some of the wine as well in crates that I've also put up in the main bar area as well, just behind here, along with lots of the bottles that are out already. They just haven't put the stock away yet, loves. They're very busy. I'm going to leave it like that up here so it just kind of looks a bit realistic, that to me. They're kind of doing a little bit of like, you know, restocking and whatnot. Oh, I also put out the old nectar press here as well. So this was what was used before here, and I just think it makes it, I don't know, there's just a nice little nod to the past in front of this pub there. I did put that there. I was going through all of these storylines with you earlier. That's what I was doing. So I'm just trying to refresh and remember what I was actually waffling on about before the happening, we're going to call it. And then obviously the all-important nectar making area here as well. And that was all that I wanted in here. I didn't want to go to town on anything. It's a wine cellar. It doesn't need to be too kind of like over the top and whatnot. But I just think it really, really works down here very nicely. And I also did do a few more of these bottles around here as well. These are going to be put away, but I'm just going to pull out loads of these as well while we haven't got any grapes growing on our vines, just so they've got stuff they can actually put away, you know, and get it in these ready to sell, ready to do whatever with. I did as well plant out this area here as well, and if you remember me saying I was going to test out this to see if it works amazingly. I really thought that this was too narrow here, but it's not at all. Like they can get in, they tend to all of these plants and stuff, so that's really good to know for the future if I want to make a greenhouse like any smaller and whatnot with these vertical planters. I also changed the door out and put in this little vent here as well, just for some realism purposes, but again, you missed all of that, my loves. I'm afraid I have to say that you did miss out on it. So the office. So as I said, I did want them to have some kind of like IKEA vibe in here. I really did. We said that this was a plastic plant as well because there's no natural light down here. Along with this lamp here as well, that's very IKEA. I used to have bedside table lamps like that myself when I was very much younger. We put some music out on here as well, and I did pull out the multi kind of like monitor PC. It's got a microphone and stuff, but I said maybe they zoom their family in Windenburg or something with that. That was where my head went with that one. It's all coming back to me now as I'm building it, so that's fine. And I was like, oh, should we get down like a sofa down here and a bookcase? And I was just like, no, it doesn't really make sense. If they're going to be working, they're going to need somewhere to come away and get away to. So almost like a staff room in itself, really, an office / staff room area. So that's why I decided on putting in a little kitchenette instead of having that. So we've got a coffee machine, tea, a kettle, and a microwave. And then I sized down a bin and flopped the bin just in between there like that. They should be able to use that, no problem. I will test it out before I put it on the gallery for you lovelies. And then some storage up above the door here as well. I was like, oh, if we could do with a sink in here. And then I was just like, do you know what? There's a sink right in here once we get to here into this toilet. It doesn't really matter. They can go there if they need to use the sink. And then I wanted an area for them to have an area to come and sit down, eat a bit of lunch, or if they wanted to work together, they've got a laptop and a PC as well. So they've got two things to kind of keep them occupied together down here if they're going over accounts or all of that kind of stuff, you know. Little rug just underneath of there so we don't scratch that new hardwood floor. And then I was looking for a landscape painting because there's no kind of natural light or anything down here. Nothing was really working, and then I found this here, and then I got onto about a 5-minute rant about how we haven't got many landscape pictures. It's all pictures of weird patterns or just portraits of people. We haven't got any good landscape pictures, you know. I want to see some more in the game, please. Thank you. And then because we're in a pub, this kind of collection of paintings kind of made sense to me, especially this one, because we have got two gorgeous lesbians living and running this place. It just makes a lot of sense to have that in here. Thank you. And I just thought adding these in just brought a little bit of life down into this area as well, which I was very much for. And I reckon they would outsource and maybe hire staff in the future as well, so the staff could come down and use this office as their staff room. You know, it all kind of made sense to me. But that was where I got with the office, and I think it looks very nice indeed. Very nice indeed, even though it's in a basement and it's a bit, you know, no natural light. I wouldn't want to spend too much time down there. That's all I'm saying. Toilet. So I had a storyline with this toilet as well. Honestly, everything had a storyline today. This toilet is like a little bit outdated, you know, than the rest of the place. They were like, we're not spending money on this. If it's got a working toilet and a working sink in here, who cares what they look like? We're just going to have them. So I reckon they just kind of cleaned this place up, you know, cleaned it up, made it look like humans can actually use it without catching anything. And that's where I went with that, loves. That is where I went with this toilet. Also had a little bit of a scrubbing brush down on the side here as well. I just wanted it to look a little bit outdated. Little loo row on the back of the toilet because you don't want them running up and down the stairs to change it, do you? And there you go. That was our basement area. Basement area indeed. But I just like it. I think that's going to really, really work. And I think that's going to add to this lot nicely. I think it just makes it feel a little bit more realistic. It really does. So here we go. Up to the river room. So we've obviously got this soft blue kind of moment. I also color drenched it. So we've kind of got like a blue ceiling as well. So it kind of makes you feel like you're underwater. Those kind of vibes. It was hard to like sort of decide on how to do this without it making it feel like it was a nautical sort of seaside room. I wanted it to have a little river edge to it. I mean, it could fit into both of them, but these were my thought processes. This bed, because of the back of it, it almost feels like a fishing net or like a basket that you carry fish up from the river. That kind of vibe. That was in my head for some reason. With the side tables in question, we were using these ones. I did go through quite a few side tables and nothing was really working for me. This kind of still had that woven kind of vibe that I was going for. And then these lights, which are absolutely gigantic, just kind of act as, they remind me of pebbles, you know, pebbles in the river. There you go. Pebbles right there, my dears. And we did have some fish on the back of the bed here as well. So yeah, nautical themes, but I think that's got a flow to it, you know, much like a river itself. We're going that way today. Yes, we are. This here, this mirror I put off to the side here. It's got a nautical theme to it because of those kind of like brass, or what are they called again? Divots, pivots, divots, mivot. No idea. They're called something like that. Just reminded me. Had a nautical theme. We're going with it. And then I put in 2 wardrobes here, again with that kind of like handmade sort of like basket kind of vibe to it. I put them over in this corner. Now I have sized these up, I think to about a 1.3 with the tool mod. And in turn it made me move the door as well. The door was in the middle of this room, but I moved them just so I could fit in a couple of wardrobes on this side. And it definitely worked. It really did. And we're using this rug here as well, which came with the Comfy Gamer girl pack. The one that little Simsy did. Is it Comfy Gamer Girl? No, I don't think it is. I think it's Comfy Gamer pack. You know the one I'm going on about. My brain is melted after that. But I really love it, and I think it's very nice. It is slightly see-through though, like most of the bloody rugs. I wish they would fix that. Will they? Will they? No. Definitely not. There's many things that need to be fixed, and have they been? No, they have not. Very annoying indeed. But that's what we did with that kind of like side of the room. I think it looks really nice. And then we had a desk. A desk over in this area here with some kind of like this chair. I know it's a lot, but I don't know. It reminds me of fishing. Like it reminds me of like a fishing, like sort of like tackle box or something, that kind of vibe. And I think it just suits in this room. It really does. So we went for a little bit of a nautical kind of like lamp with some pebbles of a little bit of leafage going on it there. Very nice. And then I had a really nice thing for the wall up here as well. Where are you? Oh, there you are. This kind of like fishing lure thing. Lure. Fishing lure. And I kind of put that up there just as a bit of decoration, you know. I think it works, this room. It really does. I was trying to keep it as classy as I possibly could without going over the top and making it look tacky. And I think we've achieved it. I think it looks really nice. I was also looking for plants that had some kind of like river reed kind of vibe to them, but nothing was really standing out to me. So I've just gone for this one here. And I think it works in here. I really do. I may... no, I'm not. Oh, actually, I think I will. I want to do a little bench at the end of this table, actually. Something new we're adding on after coming back. Maybe it was worth it all along. No, it was not, because it was very annoying. I'm not salty about it. Not at all. Not at all. No, not me. Salty about something like that happening in the game. Don't be so daft. Anyway, we're going to use 2 of these. So I'm going to flop them together to make it look like a bench, because I think it would just bloody work rather nicely right at the end of the bed there. Yeah, that does work. Oh, well, I'm glad that we came back for a minute. I really am. I did have something else. I just can't remember what it was here. I think it was some kind of plant. It was a hanging plant. It was a hanging plant that we hung from this area here by the mirror itself. But I really like the feel of this room. It feels very calming. And I get a river vibe from it. I don't know about you, but I do. I very much do. Let me just have a little overlook of everything. I haven't missed anything, have I? No. Didn't put any photos or anything in here. That is exactly how we styled that room. But we did go and have a bathroom. We've got an ensuite, haven't we? So this is what we did. Putting this bath in. This bath just reminded me of a little rowing boat. So I thought it was absolutely perfect. We popped you down to there, along with some more basket kind of like woven goodness. This just reminds me of like down by a riverside, you know, even like gold panning, like that kind of vibe. No idea, but you know where we're going with that. Did I have anything? Oh, I did. I wonder why I put it off to the side then. See, my memory's there, but not always. It's because we had a plant. Oh, I know what I did. Nope, we didn't. I was just about to say I used the bigger one out there, but we didn't. We sized them both down. Hung that one from there like that. Lovely. With the sink, I used this one here because, again, it had that stone kind of detail to it. Reminds me of, like, pebbles and stuff on a riverbed. But I said with this sink is going to be a bit annoying because it's got that hose pipe on the edge of it there, which, again, is very annoying. But what I did was tucked it right into the wall and let this mirror just eat halfway through there, because it kind of looks like it's built in, really. And I was worried it was going to come through the other side, but it actually didn't. So I was very happy with that. Very happy with that indeed. And then we had a little shower moment. Where are you, my love? There you are. And I put that in that little alcove that we got going on there. Flopped that shower. So it is a bit of a wet room in here. With the towel rail just next to it here. Gone for a bit more of a lighter vibe with that. And then we had a toilet. Oh, there is one more thing down here, a radiator. Then we had a toilet, and I put the toilet into the wall here, like that. They should still be able to use that, but any of the other toilets that I was trying just didn't really suit the vibe of it in here. So that's where that toilet goes. stunningly in that area there. Where are we going here? Where's all my stuff? There it is. We had a little bit of a bamboo mat here as well that I just put just outside the bath like that. And I think that was it. Yeah, it was. Apart from this radiator that does go under the window of the bedroom. I'm going to flop you to there. I did size this down as well, just so it was a little bit smaller. And that was where we got. Honestly, I'm so sorry. Not my usual way of doing things. I mean, sometimes we do that, pull out things and put it back together and whatnot. But I prefer this series to be a bit different. And luck wasn't on our side today, loves. It was not on our side. But that is where I'm going to leave you. I will be back tomorrow with this, and I will make sure that I'm seeing my voice being picked up on my OBS software. And we'll furnish the 2 rooms together. Now, I want yours. I want your ideas. We've got a woodland room and a moorland room. So if you've got any specific objects that you think would look really good in it, or just give that vibe of whatever theme the room is, then feel free to let me know down below. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave you now. Apologies once again. And I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.